Have you ever had a moment in life when you looked up to heaven and asked, "God, where are you?" Have you ever felt like you were praying, but your prayers were hitting a ceiling? Have you ever watched things fall apart around you and wondered, "Did God leave me?" Maybe you lost someone you loved. Maybe you made mistakes you wish you could take back. Maybe you are carrying guilt from something nobody else knows about. Maybe you tried to do the right thing, but life still became painful. And deep inside your heart, you started asking the hardest question: what happened that made God turn his back on me? But what if the answer is not what you think? What if God never turned his back on you? Many people, both adults and children, know what it feels like to be left behind. A child may feel abandoned when a parent is always busy, when friends stop including them, or when they feel different from everyone else. An adult may feel abandoned when a relationship ends, when a dream fails, when money disappears, or when life becomes a battle they never expected. And sometimes, those feelings of being forgotten by people can make us believe that even God has forgotten us. We think, if God loves me, why am I suffering? If God is watching, why did this happen? If God cares, why do I feel so alone? These questions are not signs of weakness. They are questions that many people throughout history have asked. Even people of great faith have experienced moments where they felt distant from God. Imagine a little child walking through a crowded place. The child suddenly looks around and realizes something terrifying. Their parent is not there. The child's heart starts beating faster. They feel scared. They think, "I have been left alone." But the truth is different. The parent did not walk away. The parent may simply be searching for the child. The child's fear created a feeling of separation, but the love between them never disappeared. Sometimes, our relationship with God feels the same way. We look around at our circumstances and think, God is gone. But sometimes, He is closer than we realize. There are moments when our choices create distance between us and God. Just like a child who runs away from home because they think they know better, people sometimes walk away from God through pride, anger, selfishness, or wrong decisions. But a loving parent does not stop loving their child because they made a mistake. They may be hurt. They may allow the child to experience the consequences of their choices. But love remains. God's love is not based on our perfection. If it was, nobody would ever experience it. Every person makes mistakes. Every person has moments they regret. Every person has said things they wish they could take back. But mistakes do not erase love. One of the hardest experiences in life is when God feels silent. You pray, you wait, you hope, but nothing seems to change. It feels like heaven has closed its doors. But silence does not always mean absence. Think about a farmer who plants a seed. For days, the farmer sees nothing. The ground looks empty. It seems like nothing is happening. But underneath the soil, something is growing. Sometimes, God is working in places we cannot see. Sometimes, the answer is not immediate because something deeper is being built inside us. Patience, strength, wisdom, faith. Sometimes the reason we feel far from God is because we carry shame. We remember our failures and think, how could God still want me? How could God forgive someone like me? But imagine a child falling while learning how to walk. Does a loving parent say, "You fell, so I don't love you anymore"? No, the parent reaches out a hand. The parent helps the child stand again. That is how God's love works. He does not define you only by your worst moment. Your failure is a chapter in your story. It is not the entire book. To the child watching this, if you ever feel invisible, remember this. Your value does not come from how many friends you have, how perfect your grades are, or whether everyone accepts you. You are valuable because you were created with purpose. To the adult watching, if you feel tired, broken, or forgotten, remember, your struggles are not proof that God has abandoned you. Sometimes the darkest nights are followed by the brightest mornings. The fact that you are still searching, still hoping, and still asking questions means there is still something alive inside you. So, what happened that made God turn his back on you? Maybe the answer is nothing. Maybe God did not turn away. Maybe pain made you feel distant. Maybe disappointment made you feel forgotten. Maybe guilt made you hide. But God's love was still there. Like a lighthouse shining through a storm, His presence can remain even when the waves are high. The storm may block your view of the light, but it does not mean the light has stopped shining. If you are watching this and you feel far from God, take one small step. Talk to Him. Be honest. You do not need perfect words. You do not need to pretend everything is okay. A simple prayer can begin a new journey.